Hey guys, welcome back in. I want to pull a reading. There's someone out there that may be feeling a little bit dazed and confused, trying to figure out getting key pieces of information. Whoever it is that I need to talk to today about, you are going through a huge growth spurt right now. And it's sort of like you acknowledge that you're growing, you acknowledge that things are going to start improving, but it feels as though you keep hitting this wall and you're not quite getting all the pieces of the puzzle. Wow, we do have the card of death and divinity. There's an aspect of your ego that actually needs to die off, and it's sort of a work in progress. If you stop feeding something, if you stop watering it, this aspect of your ego will be able to give way to your divine gifts. So if this sounds like your message, you're more than welcome to stick around. If we haven't met yet, my name is High Priestess Berries, psychic, medium, and divine channeler, hoping to bring you a message. Now, always remember, my messages are candid, unscripted, but they are also timeless, so please tap into your instincts, listen to your intuition. If there is anything that I talk about that doesn't make any sense, totally fine. Do not worry about it. This message may not be for you. But if it does resonate, please let me know. Wow. By liking and sharing. Wow. Your experience is below. Okay. Someone has an opinion. So, like, all of my cards decided to spill out while I was channeling my spiel. What do we got here? Because we have the Hierophant, the Emperor, the Ace of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. This is fun. What's hidden underneath here? Five of Cups. Grieved and bereaved. Like, all of my cards are technically in the upright, but this is the one that decided to flip back up on itself. The King of Pentacles now wants to show up. I'm just going to let this thing do its thing. Wow. The fact that this spilled over the card of time, a lot of stuff within your past is going to be flooding up to the surface, and the universe really wants you to be prepared because you've been dealing with a lot of disappointment, wanting to hold back because you've had so much shit from your past. But I also feel, because this is all coming out in the reverse, this is some external energy that's going to start projecting something onto you. And it's going to be very important that you do not allow this person to have any say in what's going on. This person's caused you a fuck ton of grief. Look at all the shit that they're throwing at. We got a King of Swords, a Queen of Swords. We do have the Four of Wands along with the Two of Swords, Four of Cups. All of this is in the reverse. All of this energy is something that has been projected onto you because I feel like you're kind of getting into the zone where you're going to start battling out it's sort of like if you play a game. I don't play games, but I know a few of you guys like to play video games. You always have the bot. You always have the enemy at the end of the level, but you have to conquer it in order to level up. You've actually cleansed out something from your life, and I think a lot of you have been doing a great job dedicating yourself to I'm hearing actually changing what kinds of spiritual practices you're accustomed to having on a day-to-day basis. And it's actually creating this wall, this protection, this barrier from this old lifestyle, this person, somebody who really thinks that they know better than you. But whatever this bullshit is, it's hanging on by a thread. Like, Mike, I technically have two levels on my divination table, and I'm just waiting for these pile of cards just to fall apart. Somebody is desperate. They really think that they know better than you, and they've held back. This is somebody who's gotten off by being withholding, someone who's been full of empty promises. But because you're changing, this person's desperate. They've decided that you are the key ingredient to their success. But this person, whoever they are so fucking low vibrational. What do we have right here? Ace of Cups. They don't know how to love themselves, and they think it's your responsibility for you to love them on their own behalf. They're codependent. There's some childhood wounding. Six of Cups can often be like that. But this person, it doesn't matter what their sad story is. I'm sure they have a really, really sad story, but you're moving on. You are changing. And in some ways, you've been able to find comfort, solace, and joy in nature, like within your spiritual gifts. Like, you've been using your gifts to heal yourself, and I'm so proud of you guys. Like, your guides are so proud of you, your ancestors, because you're starting to realize that you can't necessarily take your spiritual gifts, your magic, and force it onto somebody else, especially without their consent. That's what this person's been trying to do to you. Okay, so let's get a reading on this. I'm going to go ahead and cut, and we're just going to allow this house of cards to fall when the time is right. We do the Wheel of Fortune. You have to go through this in order to, in some ways, make it official. Maybe you've been trying to get away from this person. Maybe you've been trying to do things kind of on the down low so that you don't necessarily want to shake things up. You know, it's not the right time. This is sort of like trying to get out of a bad relationship without telling the person that you're getting out of a bad relationship. Like this feels like a pretty abusive dynamic. We have the World. Yeah. So there comes a point, even if you're trying to get away from a bad relationship, even if you're trying to walk away from a situation that is extraordinarily toxic, like when you learn how to keep things to yourself and keep things private and trusting yourself, because if you don't know who to trust, like when you're in an abusive dynamic, you don't know who to trust, and it's really easy to leak secrets to the wrong person. I feel like you guys, whoever this is, like this could be for one person, whoever you are, you've been probably trying to keep a lot of things to yourself and have really struggled knowing who it is that you could talk to in order to get help. But there comes a point, you get the help, you get the advice, you piece things together, you come up with a strategy, but eventually you got to tell the truth. Eventually you got to tell the person that it's over. Eventually you got to just walk out. Like I see this key, the talisman, like that's a card that's within the deck. There comes a point where you just leave. And in some cases, if this is a really toxic dynamic, this is just moving everything out while the person is not at home and just leaving the key behind because this person convinced you that they were the only option you could consider. And in some ways, I feel like this reading is to help confirm that your next steps are exactly what it is that you need to do. So, like, let's dive into this reading here. Got the Hanged One. Yeah, so we got the Hanged One. Like, it's interesting that look at this. This is a bird that is kind of caught upside down, a little bit stuck, but also trying to get a bit of a different perspective. Like you've been kind of hanging by a thread mentally, emotionally. There's the Hanged One. Holy fuck. I don't want to touch it. You guys are just gonna have to trust that this is the Hanged One. You're actually mirroring this person, and in some ways, I feel like some of you are afraid. Maybe they know something about me. Actually, no. In some ways, they're so self-obsessed that they think you're stuck and they're happy keeping you stuck. So in some ways, I don't feel like this person's really suspecting much at this time. We got the Star. This is the way out. This is the way through. And given that the Star is also the jellyfish, you know, along with the compass, like this person, you're divinely protected. Like you're really divinely protected, whoever it is that you are, because jellyfish stings. Oh man, you do not want to get near those fuckers. They're really nice to watch from afar, but you don't want to touch them, not without proper protection. This person, they've got you caught in their own little web of lies, but as you enter into your own sense of truth, um, the web that you've created of truth is going to protect you from this person. Like whoever you are, you're getting out of this. Ace of Pentacles, Three of Cups, Strength. I really feel like you've given this person one too many tries, and it's as though you kind of kept leaping into it. You really wanted to believe in this person, whoever it is that they are. But like as you walked away, as you started establishing what is most important to you, like really seeing how much of a mess this person has caused within your life, like I don't see much of you here. Like if everything that's reversed is their energy, and the only thing upright belongs to you, out of all these cards, this is you. And you haven't been able to discern who you are compared to anybody else. And that's trauma. But I feel like you've already put out the intention. Like, given that we have Three of Cups right here, I feel as though you do have some support right now. There's something that is supporting you. It's not this person right here. These are people who are on your vibration, people that you might have forged new relationships with. You did something. You took the leap of faith, even if it was a teeny tiny little, thing of hope, because I don't feel like you have much wiggle room in this toxic relationship. I really don't feel like you have much room to work around with this person in this relationship, but you reached out to somebody and you actually do have friends that are on your side, people that will be able to support you and help you move forward. Because whatever this is something you do not want to go at alone, but it feels lonely because this person, this situation has been your entire world, especially if this is someone who's controlled your money, controlled your access to communication. Like, heck, I have an image in my mind when I used to be married to my ex-husband, and that was a pretty abusive dynamic. Like, we had a mail key, we had like a mailbox that you could only access through a key, and he never let me have the key. He always wanted to control when the mail came in. The only time I got access to the key was when he went on vacation. He had to go on a trip and he wanted to make sure that I had access so he could still have access. Like, it's that kind of bullshit. Like, this is a really abusive person that you've been around. And the universe wants to emphasize you're actually tapping into a source of your own sense of strength that you've never been able to access before, just because this person's really terrifying. You put in a lot into this person, into the situation, because at the time, Ace of Pentacles, you really needed a brand new beginning. And at the time, they may have felt as though they were your only option. Fuck. Like, I can't personally say I'm excited for you, but I can say, like, I'm cheering for you. Your guides are really cheering for you at this time. You're entering and embarking into a new chapter of your life, and this takes strength. This takes a lot of strength to stand up to whatever the fuck this energy is, because this person has not been kind to you. They've been nice, but they've only been nice in as far as that is convenient for them. Like, even with this Three of Cups, with the way that this person has interacted with you, these are the quokkas. I never can pronounce it. But they're really cute. They're adorable. But in any area where these critters reside, there are signs posted just to kind of warn children, especially, don't approach these cute little creatures. Because, man, these fuckers, they bite. You've been kind of accustomed to cute eyes and feeling safe by people who they put a smile on their face and they're super nice. But if you do anything that disrupts them, they just bite you. They don't communicate with you. In some ways, you're getting away from some feral person. Like, there's an energetic rabies joke somewhere in here. Death, transformation. This is the death rebirth. This is the masculinity and the femininity. This person has really messed with your ability to create things into the world. Like, your creativity has more than likely been stifled. Your ability to tap into your own intuition and trust your own intuition has been destroyed. But I love we have death here and we have death right here. And this is you learning how to balance your masculinity and your femininity. And this is happening really quickly. Even as I'm channeling this, I am out of breath. I feel as though I have been like running uphill and I'm not exactly conditioned to deal with walking uphill, but it feels so good knowing that I can feel you walking away from this, even if it is a bit of a low key struggle, but you have been training for this. You have gotten yourself ready to the point where you can take the leap of faith. What do we have right here? Three of Pentacles. That's what showed up, I believe, before we went to shuffle. I like this because there is a collaborative aspect going on between the people that you are working with now. I think you found a few people, even if it's just like three people, because there's three here, or maybe there's two other people because you're maybe, sort of like you're here and you got your two friends there. And, you're here and you got two friends there. And unfortunately, been kind of used to being stepped on, and that part is changing. These people want to collaborate, not condone you, not tear you down, because that's this King of Swords, Queen of Swords. This person, oh, they know the truth. They know what's best for you. Like, this person is more than likely reenacting a family karma, some kind of toxic, forceful, abusive way that their parents treated them. And unfortunately, I have to say, for any of you who have any lingering resentful doubt about this person, they see you as a fucking child. It doesn't matter if you're in your 60s. This person sees you as a child and they're just going to continue to treat you like you're some obstinate kid. it's technically a reflection of them. This is their energy, but this person's unawakened and they're going to die the way that they are now. Like, I hate to say it that way, but this person is so entrenched in who it is they're going to be that something is going to happen and you need to be far away as possible. So that's a very special message for whoever this is going to be for. But we also have 5 of Wands. Don't allow this person to sway you. I really mean it. When you walk out that door, even if you don't say a word, even if you just leave the key on the table and you take everything without a word, this person may still have connection to you. They'll call you. They will harass you. They could, if they find out where you live, they could follow you. I don't really want to instill any kind of fear. The only reason this energy is coming up is to let you know this person is capable of being like that. If you're afraid of somebody following you around, it's not to say you should live in fear that they're constantly going to follow you. No, 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 no. It's nothing like that. It's your intuition letting you know that this person is capable of behaving that way. And it's going to be so important, whoever you are, you need to understand that this person will continue to operate the way that they are. I'm someone who would like to believe that all people are capable of change, but we got to be realistic. This person, with where they are at, they will not change in this incarnation, but they will take this karma into the next incarnation. And with you separating yourself now, you will be able to move forward without attaching yourself to them so that you can be free. There is a semblance of freedom because you have woven a way around this person. You've been avoidant. You've been scared of this person. I actually do feel like you have some semblance of protection. We got the Fool. Very cool. I want to get a little bit of clarity in here. And I have to be very careful because there's something about you got to be very cautious. You need to be anchored in. You genuinely need to be grounded so that when the cards fall, I can see them moving. Like there's a bit of a slow moving energy. I want to check into this 3 of Pentacles because this is something you're supposed to release. Like this card is all about releasing something, even though you've got some semblance of support. I don't think you're as alone as your ego would tell you because you've had somebody in your life that you trust and adore who has been able to see your grief for what it is. And they're able to speak to life what's actually going on. Like this is sort of like if you had one good friend left in your yeah, if you had one good friend left, this person is telling you the truth. And maybe you ignored it in the past, maybe you rationalized it. It's okay. Like you're talking to a friend here. You're talking to someone who's been through some pretty abusive dynamics themselves. So you're in this space, you are safe, but there's also a semblance of direct harshness that the universe is trying to deliver to you because people who are abusive, they will make you think that you're the one with the problem. This is a blame shifter. This is a manipulator. This is somebody who never learned how to take ownership for their misery. Because whoever this person is, they're fucking miserable. They hold back, they make it your fault, they're stuck in past dynamics, and the only way they know how to manifest brand new things is just being the same little fuckwad that they always have been. Hierophant. We got a Hierophant down here. Again, I am not touching, I can't show you the cards. In some ways, I want you to kind of start thinking about this reading as you're being reborn and you're burying the old. And it's not to say that you're ignoring the old, because we do have nature spirits. The nature spirits are all about that death rebirth cycle. You know, the tree goes through the cycles. It grows the leaves and then it sheds them for winter. And when it sheds for winter, it renourishes the soil. You're never too late to get out of a bad situation. Can I just put it that way? Yeah, there we go. 10 of Swords. Put an end to it. Five of Swords. End this, defeat it. No longer having a defeatist mentality because you are overwhelmed. I think the only reason that's showing up is because this person may try to come back and ask, let's work on this one more time. Let's try this again. But the problem is when you've gone into the past, I got a 4 cups hanging out right here. When you've gone into the past, pardon me, in the past, when you've gone to this person, you tried working it out and they said they're over you. Well, you're the one like this. Well, you're the one like that. and it's overwhelmed you. Well, guess what? This person, they're going to do this to you. This is how this person operates. They're stuck in a sickening cycle. And I know some of you, like whoever this is for, you might be crying right now. It's okay. Let it all out. You're getting out of this situation. It just requires a little bit of bravery and listening to your intuition. Because the moment you start thinking that, oh, this person, maybe they'll figure it out, maybe they'll come to it. No, no, no. You're channeling yourself. You have the ability to change. You have the ability to get out of the situation. You have the ability to start loving yourself again. That's you. That's your energy. This person right here doesn't care. They will be a predator to the next person, and you got to trust that. You are not responsible for this person, and you are not responsible for the next person that they will target. That is extremely difficult. You need to trust yourself right now and trust that the universe does have something planned for this person, but I'm not going to look into that because it's not your responsibility. Maybe later down the line, once you've healed from this, you will be able to look back into the situation to see what had happened, especially if they attach themselves to a new partner. But this is not the time. This is not the place. Got 8 of Wands, 6 of Pentacles. There's going to be a rapid shift going on. And because you're learning how to take back your energy, take back your semblance of self-love, you're going to be going on a bit of a journey to get away from this person. And here's the thing, to get away from an energy, physical distance doesn't matter. You could be living 3 blocks away from your abuser and still have tons of divine protection. While there are people who might go across the world to get away from an abuser, and they still constantly feel harassed even though they're across the world. There's something about you learning that this is an energetic problem. What do you have here? Magician, 9 of Swords, 8 of Pentacles. So this is just a bit of a confirmation from the universe. Do not manifest out of your own fear, but make sure that you are trying to manifest your own sense of calm. Meditate. Like we did see the Hierophant show up over here. This person has taught you what not to be. And underneath here, because we talked about the keys are right here. When you give the keys back to this person, throw it back at them, put it into the mail, whatever it is that you need to do in order to get away from this energy. You're saying to the universe that you want your own set of keys, that you want your own sense of autonomy. And I have an angel ping going on my left ear right now. I don't want to dwell too much in this energy, but I feel that you're coming out of it and you just need the confirmation. Let's get a little bit more on the Fool before we wrap up today's reading. Like I feel, yeah, this is the rebirth. This person, whoever it is that they are, they've been stealing your sacred energies. They only know how to manifest by using other people. And when you walk away, they're going to have a lot of turmoil, but you will never see it because this person's ego is so large. They'll try to make it sound as though their life is better without you. But that's only after they said they can't live their life without you. Like this person, they're all over the place. They're just going to say whatever it is that they need to say to keep you on their vibration, to keep you with them. They will insult you. They will compliment you. And at the end of the day, this person, they just feel mentally ill. The person that, compliments you and then insults you within the same sentence is somebody that they are not well. And they want to make sure that your intuition is stifled so you can't see through them. Here's the thing. You already see through them. But through it all, you're seeing yourself. You think this person is capable of change? They technically aren't. But you see that you are capable of change. The Fool, you see that you are capable of a brand new beginning. Fool, Son of Swords. And this, again, your life is going to start going through some rapid shifts. 4 of Wands, the Moon, 8 of Swords. This is just to say, don't doubt what's going on. Don't doubt that there's some good things available to you. Don't doubt that you are doing the right thing. You want this. You want it so badly that a rando on YouTube needed to talk to you to let you know it's okay. Don't hold yourself back through this. Well, a lot of your next steps have yet to be revealed. Just trust that with every single step that you are able to see what is immediately ahead. The universe can't give you the big picture because you'll freak out. They can't give you the big picture because you're prone at leaking information to people that would harm you. Just trust you're taking steps that you need to take to get yourself out of this, and you are going to be able to bring in a perfect brand new beginning. I'm just saying, wow. Whew. Well, whoever it is that you are, Dan, I sincerely hope that this helped. Whoever you are, I really do recommend that you book either a tarot reading or energy healing session. You are with a friend right here, so if you do feel called to that, I do recommend go to the description below and see what service might make the most sense for you. But I'm more than happy to help support you as you get yourself out of this nasty situation. Otherwise, when I see you guys at the next one, I'm wishing you peace, love, and all the berries.